Okay, in this video what we're going to do is something that I always forget to tell people about when I'm doing vehicle tutorials, and that's going to be sockets. Okay, so what do we need sockets for? Well, basically what they are is like a attachment point from the vehicle or skeletal mesh and the rig to attach effects into game. Okay, so whether it's your fire effects for your weapons, your exhaust ports or exhaust pipes, whatever, things like that. Even on the flyers, you'll get the trail effects, as if they're sort of like the condense trails that you get coming off wingtips, things like that. The flyer ones will do at a later stage. This one's just going to do a couple very basic minimum. Keep reminding people minimum what you need to get away with using the Scorpion code for a vehicle. Well, for a wheeled vehicle. So, alright, what we're going to do is quickly open this up. I didn't really want that maximized. Okay, right, and the next one we're going to do is cheat a little bit. We'll go have a look at the Scorpion and see what it's got, and that's maximized again, and we don't want that. Now what we can't do is like what we do with the characters, is copy and paste the socket sets over, for the simple reason we don't have the same rig or bowl names. Okay, so all we're going to do is very quickly have a look at these, what's available. Now, as you can see here, we've actually got quite a few sockets on here. Now, do we really need that amount? Well, I'll be very honest with you, probably not. Okay. Now, you may think, yeah, there's a lot here, but when you start actually looking at these sockets that are on the Scorpion, we don't really need a lot. Now, blade end, well, start, end, start, we don't need. Booster 1 and 2, that is where the booster effects are added, so if you're not using that sort of thing, you don't need it. Excuse me. Damage smoke 01, that is a definite, we need that. Exhaust ports, not too sure whether we need that, but we'll use it anyway. Gun view socket, we're going to need something along those lines, yes. Might change the name, but we're going to need something along those lines. Headlights, left, right, hover attach 00. Anybody know what that's for? What? Okay, I'll tell you. In UT3, you could, when you were on the hoverboard, you could actually attach and get a tow from a vehicle, and that's how they attach the effect to each end. One end towards the hand of the guy on the hoverboard, and the other to the hover attach 00 socket. And the same goes with the link 1, 2, 3, 4. Pretty much, basically, when you sort of like heal a vehicle with a link gun, that's the points where it was going to. And then you've got your turret fire, and another absolute must is your vehicle death. Okay, so what we're going to do? Well, the first what we're going to do for our vehicle is clicking on this one where it says socket manager. Where they got that sign from, I don't know. But anyway, new socket. What we're going to do is vehicle death, so we want that actually to attach to the BC car main. And we'll go, you got to make sure these are typed correctly, because if you don't, you'll get errors and things won't look pretty. Now, as you can see here, if you wish, you can move these to the back, or to the side, or up and down. And also, what you can do if you want to be a little bit more precise, you can put it in there, put it back to 0, put that back to 0, and put that back to 0. Now, it'd be nice if you could right click and add 0 on it, but hey, that's the old Mac stays. And obviously you can, depending on what effect you're trying to do, if it's not emitting correctly, you can actually, instead of getting too confused with the code and your vectors and everything else, you can actually just come in here to the mesh, socket manager, and the relative rotation, relative scale, things like that. Play around with those until you get it to actually work the way you want it. Now, what are the ones we were looking at? That's right. New. Hang on. Let me see. Exhaust port, I believe. Right, so exhaust port we're going to put onto the main bone again. So exhaust port. Now, what I'm going to do here. Now, this is one of the problems that you'll find in your workflow. If you're going to have anything that you know is going to be sat on the actual root bone of your vehicle and staying there, do it last, because otherwise you can get a little bit confused there. So what I'm going to do is just move this out. I really should do 3 of these, but hey, we can live with that. Okay, next one, same again. Let's see, damage, smoke, 0, 1. No, let's make that a capital S, shall we? I've got a nasty feeling my spelling's gone for a bag of nuts here. Let's see, let me just damage. No, it's just me. Exhaust port, correct. Right, what else did we have there? Turret fire socket, gun fire socket, gun view socket. Oh, right, yes. Okay, let's go here, and what I'm going to do is attach this one to the yaw, to the weapon yaw. Okay, and we're going to, well, just to make things easy, gun view socket. And what we're going to do is bring that up and push it back, because remember, when we're going to be in the third person view, what we want to do here is that when you rotate the gun round with your mouse, the actual view rotates with it. It's quite helpful, trust me. And what else? So preparation and planning, gun view, turret fire socket. Okay. So, new socket. This time, what we want it on is not on the pitch, not on the spin, because otherwise it'll go round and round and round and round. We want it to go onto the pitch. And go turret fire socket. Now, really, what I should be doing is having my own names for these. And the reason why I say that, so one, you don't get any confusion within the game engine where you got vehicles using the same names, but also it would give me the opportunity to show you where these sockets or these names have to be changed in the code. But I'm being very, very lazy, and I'll just show you them. What we want to do here now, if I can zoom in here a touch and sort of get around an eyeball. Shall we fire from the top or the bottom? Let's go for the bottom. Yeah, could go up a touch. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. Now, one thing you got to remember is that normally the effects will emit from positive x-axis. Now, I'm not 100% sure on that, but that's what I'd go for. But anyway, anything else that we need at the moment? That emissive does look very good. I do like that. Sorry. Let's see. Damage smoke. Yeah. Now we've put damage smoke in, but I didn't move it. Now what this socket is where, when your vehicle takes damage, where the actual smoke will emit from. So what we'll do there is try to just put that on top of there, and we'll just leave it aligned with the world as it is, and that should be it. Now if for any reason that I've missed, well, I say if I've missed any sockets that we do need, because we're going to be using the Scorpion code, the code will be looking for things like blade end start and blade end and blade start, and things like the boosters for the effect. So you will get error messages in your log, but we'll see what we can do to cut as much of that out as possible when we start playing with the code. So I think that's about it on the sockets. Yeah, I think so. I think we can get away with just those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sockets. Now obviously if you want to add more effects to your vehicle, you're going to have to start putting in more sockets. Like in this case I've got 3 exhaust ports, then I'd need to put in 3 sockets. Yeah, that'd be the easier way, instead of going into Cascade and making sort of like an extra sort of 3 level sort of sticky out bit exhaust stuff. Okay, not clear, but hey. Anything else that we need to do on the socket manager? Keep on closing it, open it. No, I think that's about it. So we'll leave it at that at the moment. If for whatever reason we need to change any of this at all, we'll come back, show it on another video, and we'll go through it from there. Okay, so the next one, well, we'll see how far I get with the trialing, and hopefully we'll be getting onto things like level of detail meshes. Could be interesting. A quick and easy, well, I say quick and easy, a quick way of doing things. See you soon then. Okay, let's make sure I remember how to switch this off. Okay.